So, last session, this group of evil ne'er-do-wells have been traveling across the north of the continent of Karak. You were fleeing the town of Bitterwood after a misunderstanding with the necromancer and some paladins, and have been fleeing through the woods for a few days. Recently, you found the ruins of Cardinal. Hoping they would be safe, you clambered down a cliff and fell. Luckily, there was a friendly face to meet you at the bottom, an individual known as Kote. He and his companion took you into one of the caves that has been safeguarded by a magical relic that allows you all to speak freely in this space. This individual began to tell you of their mission. Their goal here in the city of Cardinal is opposed to the paladins that have made their way to the city. Colte's goal is to investigate under the uh, Temple of Lathander within the city of Cardinal to research a strange occurrence with the old house of House Cardin. A rumor that they were seeking ways to regain celestial nature after being downcast from the heavens. He has thus acquired your help in dealing with these paladins. You have investigated and planned an ambush as the paladins are heading to some house within the center of the city of Cardinal in order to take out undead. You're to ambush 5 of them, or as many of the regular guards as have gone to the space, I should say. From there, you're hoping to um, move on to the main set of paladins that dwell within the cathedral itself, and eventually uncover the secrets of the city of Cardinal. That's where we begin the session today. Is you all having a nice long rest after a dangerous mission, exploring the city and almost getting captured by paladins. So, you all find yourselves within the caves here in the city of Cardinal. So, is there any watches or anything that you wish to do here in the caves for your long rest, or do you just rest?
We might as well do watches. Two of us only sleep for 4 hours at least, so. I mean, well, one of us doesn't sleep technically, but
Technically. Who wants to take first watch?
I will.
Second watch?
I'll take that one.
Okay. Third.
Yeah, I can take that one.
Okay. We have 3 watches. So, first watch. A low bit of heat is rumbled from this strange contraption that Colte has established and was cooking dinner on. However, night has set in and exhaustion hits most of you, and your party members are currently sleeping. Please make a perception check.
Looks pretty clear.
Okay. Roll me a d20. $13.
Only 13 ancient red dragons. Easy.
Oh my. Okay.
Okay. So, as you are watching, the air is quiet. You're in a very tight cavern space. Not a lot of room. A lot of your companions are laying out on the ground, trying their best to fit into the space and get comfortable on the rocky floors. The only sound you hear is maybe halfway through the beginning of your watch, maybe around, an hour and a half into everyone going off to sleep. You hear a simple sound of a tent opening. And you see Colte kind of steps out, does a little bit of a stretch, nods to you, and begins to go walk into the hallway. Where are you at? Where are you taking a watch from?
Just like right here in the entry sort of
Okay.
area.
You see, kind of looks back and forth. Well, I'm trying to do some private business. Do you mind stepping back in? I don't want to be seen.
That sounds incredibly suspicious.
You see, he kind of like holds his hand up, and you can see he's holding a small roll of paper.
All right, man, whatever.
Thank you. If you wish, just so all your friends know, restrooms are deeper in the caves, so be careful.
Got it.
So, you see he begins to walk around the corner, heading deeper within that section of the caves. Make a perception check again. 18?
Isn't this guy like undead?
No.
I thought he was.
No, he's disembodied, so he is just ethereal. Part of himself lives in another space. You hear a simple like popping sound, like a small like zoom.
From where?
From the direction he walked.
Sounds like his problem.
Okay.
Something starts murdering him, I'd assume he'd scream.
Yeah. There is silence for a good long while. About a minute or so. Eventually, comes back, heads back into his tent, and yeah. It's the only interesting thing that happens over the course of your watch.
Great.
Okay. Second watch. $22. Yeah. Okay. The two of you, take control of the watch from Ripley, and so far it is a very quiet endeavor. The strange magical object that is this wall of silence makes it so the only sound is really those around you and nothing from the outside world. There is ever so slightly some echo or some singular droplet of something way off in the distance, but you'd hear it well in advance if anyone was walking down, deep within the caves towards your position. So you do grow slightly bored, as there is not much to occupy your vision. However, about halfway through your watch, Egil, you begin to notice that singular droplet kind of stops. It's the only thing that has been like rhythmically on your mind. This only source of almost like a ticking clock. And the second it stops, you begin to think about it. And then you breathe out and notice your breath has fog. And you start to feel a slight shiver down your spine.
What direction was that droplet coming from?
Deeper
could
within
tell.
the caves.
Deep within the caves.
So I'll draw a little thing. This right here is where the veil is for the sound. And yeah. So this is deeper within the caves.
Okay. I'll step and peer around the corner.
Okay. Wonderful. Immediately, it's not too difficult to see as you get towards the corner, there is this aura of purple light that seems to be emanating from that section of the cave. As you immediately see some sort of spectral ghost lowly floating within the deeper sections of the cave, just aimlessly moving.
Okay.
It makes no sound. It doesn't speak. It is just silently drifting. And the only thing that denoted its presence was the cold that you're feeling in the space.
Okay. Um, does it seem to be moving in our direction or no?
You see, it currently at the moment it seems like slightly stationary. You see, it's aimlessly drifting. You don't think it's noticed you or really notices that your group is there, but it's very very close.
Okay. I will kind of wave my hand, trying to be as quiet as possible to get Bonnie's attention. Um,
Is it? Yeah, Bonnie is sleeping. It's Clay who's there with
oh,
you.
it's it's
That's
Clay.
I was pretty sure it was Clay because Clay doesn't
Okay.
sleep as well. So Clay is just always on watch.
Okay. Um, it hasn't seemed to notice us, but it's just drifting.
Yeah, it's kind of just like hovering there for a little bit.
And get these names right. And Hautet doesn't speak, correct?
No, Hotet does not speak. So here it is on the map. It's just aimlessly sitting right there. You don't know if Hotet can Hotet can't speak, but you don't know if he can understand. Either.
Okay.
So there's a chance you can just, he is just aimless. He's just standing there.
All right. I'm going to. Damn, because I don't know how much Clay understands either. Um. Um. I am going to kind of like do like the eyes and point to try to make sure that Clay understands to watch the spectral figure. And I will. Well, before I just walk away, I want to see that Clay understands what I'm doing first.
Does Clay understand?
All right. Well, if I do that, will Clay at least begin to watch, or this is just like the two eyes, middle and index finger pointing at the eyes, and then both of them pointed towards the specter.
Okay, so Clay looks at it. Yeah, you can see Clay's attention is on the specter.
Okay. So, with that being the case, I'll now go to Hothead.
Mm-hmm.
And you understand me?
It faces your direction. You see no ability to speak. It has no eyes. Its ears have been calloused over. You have no clue. But it's like it turns to face you.
There's a specter deeper. I see a specter deep within the cavern.
You see it kind of. You see it raises its head slightly, looking at, like, facing in the direction of the doorway. You see it grips its axe, takes a single step forward. And as it does that, you see it twitches slightly. You can see part of its body begin to extend ever so slightly. And you see one of the arms, these hulking, masculine, like strangely grotesque arms, kind of curls upward. And you see it goes to a small little pouch on its front lapel and takes out a teeny tiny bell and just rings it. Stows it, grips the axe, and will take 2 more steps forward. Up there. There is motion and commotion as you hear the tent flap open as Colte will wake up. I've been alerted.
I guess that means I should alert the others.
What is it?
Spectre of some sort.
Well, it'll ignore me and Hotet, but I would suggest you all hide behind the tent.
Indeed. And I will begin waking up everyone.
Okay.
And as everyone wakes up, as a finger over their mouth, one over mine. And once everyone is up, I will kind of motion them to, I guess, behind the tent. If you like sick kobold, then I suppose it will be a delicacy.
What'd you say?
If you like sick kobold, then I guess it'll be a delicacy.
Oh.
Okay, who is
Yeah,
hiding?
Osnoth will hide, and I assume that I don't have my armor on
Probably not.
because I was sleeping
Yeah.
and or resting. I don't know what 4 hours I was not sleeping for, but
I mean, you don't want to
think
rest in You do not want to rest
Well,
in heavy armor. It's
No, you
not
don't.
good for your well-being.
Not great.
well, the
Bad
rules
for my
say that you
joints.
can't so you can't get full rest if in armor. You have to take it off.
Exactly.
So
Yeah. No. Absolutely. I don't want to try to argue that I had armor on. I just don't know when I was asleep.
if you did, you're safe, and I'll let you know.
Um,
If I did, I have a level of exhaustion.
so
So stealth, I'm guessing.
yeah, everyone roll stealth checks, please.
I need to uncross my heavy armor. Goodness.
Nice.
Ooh, not the barbarian being stealthy.
See,
Yeah, I finally don't have a negative dex.
I rolled a 2, so I got a 6.
Nice.
Oh my. Yeah, I think we're fighting the specter.
So,
Just turn undead.
Coltet walks out into the cavern space that has been blackened by whatever magical event happened 100 years past. You see, he kind of bends down, just grabs a singular small little pebble, and does his best to throw it towards the specter. You watch as this rock flies off in the distance. Coltet vanishes into the ethereal plane. Then there is a sudden screech, coming from the specter's location. A moment passes. Another moment passes. You see the light grow as you see it slowly crawling its way deeper into the hallway. You see it almost peeks its head up as it has direct line of sight to the tent, to a majority of your party who are hiding just on the edges of it. You see these wide eyes of this malformed humanoid. You can see edges of this specter are covered in flames, as if the person who this was engulfed in fire and is now forever so. See, it looks about, looks at Clay, this inanimate, creation, looks at Hotet, doesn't even recognize it, seemingly as like a creature. It just head moves past it, looks behind it, and then rushes backwards, deeper into the caverns. 30 seconds passes, and eventually you hear a zoop sound as Hotet reappears out of etherealness. Well, went further into the caverns. Should be safe for the rest of your rest. I am shocked that it did not see all of you.
I feel that it did, actually.
If it did, it would have... I don't know. I would have assumed they would attack. These
Do you
creatures...
get attacked by a lot of ghosts here?
Well, I see them often enough, yes. Relatively, they ignore me and Hotet. I did experience that if I get too close to a large grouping of them, they react differently and much more aggressive. For some reason, I feel like they see me similar to them, and Hotet barely lives, so... I don't know. They're not evil. They're just unlucky.
Well, that is a hell of a fate to burn alive.
Yes, it is. I can't imagine being one of hundreds of thousands to die in the depths below your city. It is a monstrous fate. Sad times.
Truly.
The only reason the city isn't overrun with undead like other cities in the world, Mana, Andekabol, and it's just because they're all locked beneath the city. Well, I'm glad I could be of some assistance. Good luck getting back to sleep.
Thank you.
And good job, Gil.
Of course.
Yeah, now that I know you have a ghost infestation, it'll be really easy to go to sleep again.
I warned you earlier that they do wander up here from time to time. And that's why we're killing paladins instead of killing ghosts. Sweet dreams, Ripley. He'll go ethereal again. You hear that signature zoom sound as he just becomes invisible as he steps into another plane. Hotet goes and closes the tent flaps and will go and stand guard at the edges of the tent once more and just goes still, motionless. All except for the strange bubbling beneath the skin every so often. Third watch. Okay, 7. 14. Okay. From Atlas and Clay's point of view, the rest of the evening seems to go by incredibly quiet as well. The only motion that you notice is really right on the cusp of daybreak, when the tent flap opens and you can see Colte kind of walks out in a rush, and as he goes into the hallway, he goes off towards the entranceway and kind of out of sight for a moment.
I think I'll try stealthily see what he's doing on the other side.
Make a stealth check with advantage. Okay. You peer around the corner, and where usually your armor would kind of hinder you, and not your armor. This is almost easier to stealth upon him because all you have to do is really not be visible. Sound doesn't seem to matter as he has gone beyond the veil, and you can see he's on the other side of this sound dampening space. You can see as he walks through it, he pulls out a small object and is just like turned away, like looking towards the cave entrance, and you can just see the edges of his mouth moving as if he's speaking. You see a couple hand movements. You can see almost like a huff at one point, and he turns. You see he's holding a small little stone, and he puts it back into his pocket, and will walk back through the veil. Go ahead and make another stealth check. This time regular, as he quickly, rushes back into the chamber. So you to try it. This is you trying to act normal when they come back in. Okay. So you do like the thing where like he starts running, like walking back quickly towards your position, and you like scramble, so he walks kind of around the corner. He just sees you, like, just looking away, like acting like nothing's wrong. And he does. For anyone else who's waking up at that moment, he just kind of cock his head a little bit. Baden heads back into his tent. A few moments, as the rest of you awake up, you see he grabs some provisions out of the chest, makes a small little meal for himself. As you all wait, long rested. So, today's the day.
That it is.
How early do we want to be at this spot, Egil?
If my assumption on the more nightly types is to be accurate, then I would say as early as possible.
Well, eat up whatever positions you have, and we should probably be on our way then.
Indeed. Is everyone ready? Rested?
As I can be.
What about you?
I am prepared to get back my scalpels.
That's good to hear.
All right.
Okay.
Then let's not waste any more time. Allow us to find good positions.
Okay. So, you make your way out of the caves. Colte, he's not going to disassemble the curtain. Be no need, it would take too long. So, let's get you to that city map. So, this is your destination. You are the skull. I forget why I made you the skull. I mean, it was probably Clay's wings clipping over it.
Yeah, but it was still fun.
Nice.
Flying skull.
Flying skull, yeah, flying skull.
I can do it again.
Flying
Or I can't, apparently. Oh well.
skull.
So, you all exit out of the caves and begin making your way. How do you wish to approach this place? Are you just gunning across the street? Are you?
What time in the morning is it, roughly?
This is early. So you woke probably at the crack of dawn. So it's about 7.
Hmm.
Sun is just rising.
Then I personally would say to how would we be able to, like, is it like a fall to get there, or are we already on the ground? We don't have to climb down anything, do we?
You don't really have to climb down anything.
Okay. Then I think it's fine for us to just kind of go through.
Okay. Actually, I will say the sun hasn't even risen yet. So it is winter, so you probably have about an hour till actual sunrise.
Okay.
So it's in that like pre-dawn state. It's still very, very dark. And you'll get there when it's still dark out. So,
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we like go through the city but try and take more isolated roads.
Yeah.
Fair enough. If you all wish to roll me just a group stealth check to see how quietly you can make it through the city.
Wow.
Oof.
Bonnie, we need to cut your legs off at the shins. You're too tall.
I considered using my inspiration. I don't think it's gonna save us, so I'm gonna just keep it for now.
Damn. Damn.
That is
Yeah.
actually wild.
I mean, it's the curse of heavy armor.
It very much is.
The flying
Yeah.
elephant is super stealthy, though.
Yes.
So, with that, you all are making your way through the early morning city streets. The sun hasn't even risen yet, and it is generally very, very dark. Thus leading you all to generally be very loud on your approach. You're rushing into so many objects. There's barrels tumbling down alleyways.
Oh my god.
You're making a mess of this approach. Thus, when you get to the site, looking across the street, you can see the building that seemingly was inhabited by undead, because the undead have made their way outside. And they themselves are generally pretty loud.
Thought the undead were supposed to be trapped below the city?
Not all of them.
Clearly not. Lucky for us, though.
All right. Do they seem to be heading in our direction, or are they just out now?
So, the building you see. Let me get this up and turn this down. So, the building you see seems to be this large two-story inn-like structure that was on the edge of one of the crossroads. You can see there's empty and broken barrels outside of it. There's these large webs that kind of stretch and show that this place has been abandoned for a really long time. The building itself stands okay, except for the front windows of the entire shop have been blown in. Thus leading to the site of the creatures that probably inhabited this space, and why the paladins requested backup to investigate it. Just from across the street, you can hear them. They are humanoid in nature. There's 3 of them in particular. They look like regular people you just naturally see. The only issue is they are covered head to toe in glass. Every single footstep they make, you can hear glass shattering. As these 3 undead are currently meandering out just the edges of the building, completely shattered, essentially.
Wait, so are they falling down, or is it just like when they step, you hear shattering glass?
Whenever they step, you hear shattering glass.
But are they breaking though?
It's strange. They are not breaking. They are just covered in shards.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. How far away are they? Like, how wide is the street? Is the question, I guess.
The street's pretty large. I'd guess. Probably about 100 feet or so.
100 feet. Okay. All right. Who? What's the furthest range that everyone has for abilities, whether it be an attack or a spell?
150 feet.
120.
Or 120, I mean. Sorry, I don't know why I said 150.
Okay.
I just got 20.
Yeah, I have 60. All right. So, with that being the case, me and Atlas are pretty much the more stealthy of the two. Of five, I mean. And we both need to be up and close to really be useful. um,
Let's have this.
15-foot radius. Join within 100 feet. 120. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, I just wanted to make sure that everyone could reach across the street. Then, for the most part, the only people that really can't are me and Atlas. So,
I mean, I probably could, fake being like a zombie, then might fool them.
well, that's the thing. We want them to fight the zombie people first. Let them tire themselves out.
Oh yeah, true.
So what I'm thinking is when they begin to do battle, me and you will begin to try to get across. Well, no, that's kind of far though. All right, hold up. So this is the place where the paladins are, right?
Hold up. Yes, that is where they are.
Okay. Um, so realistically, they'll probably come like this way and then come this way. So I think me and you should kind of come across. So is it the building that the glass zombies from? Is it like this building right here, or is it this one?
Let me show you a little representation of this space. So this is what essentially the battlefield will look like.
Okay.
These are the zombies. They're covered in
Okay.
glass. And this is
All
the building
right.
they came out of.
Okay. This building right here. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Are we on this map yet, or no?
Technically not. You would be well off. Let me see here real fast. Scale's a little weird. Yep. Okay, you'd be off in this direction over here.
This is the direction.
Mhm.
So then the paladins would be coming from this side, right?
Yep.
Most likely. All right. So I would personally say I would get. It'd be up to everyone realistically, but I would say get set up realistically, like somewhere in this building, because that gives you guys pretty much a full range of the map. Then me and Atlas will probably need to be somewhere in these two buildings, give or take.
Yeah.
Because then we can come out the buildings and we'll might have to spend an action dashing, but that will get us within range of most combat. 'Cause you have. Did you get your movement increased yet to 40?
No, I don't get that though. Level 5.
No 5. Okay. So your regular dash is still 30, right?
Yep, still 30.
Okay. So 60. Okay. Yeah, so we'll do I mean, that's really the best that I got. Well, first round we can always throw things, I guess. Come out, chuck something. Uh but mainly it'll be everyone else is going to be doing a lot more during this combat, at least in the initial portions of it. Yeah, so Bonnie, Ripley, and Asanoth. I guess I can see wherever you three feel more comfortable being. I just figured staying in that corner keeps you guys out of range for most things, and they have to try to get to you, and you'll have cover while within buildings and whatnot.
Yeah.
A lot of my other abilities aren't. The only thing I have that's like super long range is Eldritch Blast, which is like fine. But
Mhm.
my other abilities are more close range.
Oh, like I said, wherever you feel as though you'd be best at, but at least far as an ambush goes, that'll at least be a good start.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
are we gonna try to let them kill those undead things first?
Yeah, I want them to fight.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I was on the same page as that.
Fight,
The goal
fight,
is
fight.
to let them whittle them down, even if it's just a couple of resources.
1 or 2 hit points even.
Yeah. With that being the
Skinny
case,
edge.
though, if we're going to try to do that, me and Atlas actually we may want to go to this building because if they try to flee, we can try to cut them off. But those are just ideas.
Okay. So, you have ideas? What's the plan? What are you doing?
And laid out
Looks like
minds.
we're
What
gonna
you guys got?
be hold up in here.
Building across the street? Okay.
And I'll aim for in here.
So, as you all did fail your stealth check on the approach. You were making a lot of noise in the darkness trying to get to this spot. The shatter corpses are agitated. They have been, you know, essentially awoken, and now they are outside and definitely are more perceptive than they would normally be. So, as you all are choosing your spots that you wish to, hide in, I will be needing, stealth checks for you to not aggro the zombies before you want to, essentially.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh, guys.
I have not rolled above a 3 on the dice, I think. This is incredible.
Yeah.
I guess we're going into these houses. I'm going to roll a stealth. Better than last time.
I'm gonna use one of my knowledge from a past life to add to my stealth check.
Okay.
Doc, you jinxed yourself.
Yeah, you really did.
He has a good thing going.
Yeah, finally beat not one. Shouldn't have said it out loud.
Okay. So, you all begin to, approach the spots respectively. Colte orders Hotet to go with Atlas and Black, in Egil. Sorry. So he will join you as he can just Misty Step, and he doesn't actually Misty Step, but he has the ability to. So he will head up with Asanath and all of them on this building. Cote. Okay. So, on approach, all seems to go fairly well. Egil, Asanath, Atlas, Cote, all are able to make it. Bonnie as well. There is a slight stirring when Ripley and Clay begin to make their approach. But it's only one of the shadow corpses that seems to notice. The other two are very, very distracted. You see they're like twitching and moving, and with every single movement, you just hear like glass breaking, and it's a strange effect, and it is incredibly loud. It is almost like a miniature shatter spell going off every single time these creatures move. But you see one kind of breaks off from the pack. I will label him red. And begins to get closer and closer to Ripley's building. You hear it beginning to, as it gets closer and the shatters keep going off, and you feel your ears starting to almost like ring just by the loud sound that is repeatedly happening with every footfall of this creature. The closer it gets, the more you can actually hear its strange guttural cries that are overshadowed by the sound of it moving. You just hear it basically almost barking. It goes as it just mindlessly walks over towards the broken cart in front of your building, and it seems to know something's up in this space and is just very, very close.
Fun. I can't do anything about that.
Okay. So, as it continues to, investigate the space. Okay. You see it kind of wanders around this building for the better part of 2 hours. It doesn't seem to know what it heard or what it saw potentially, but it is generally just very like distracted by this part of the battlefield essentially. Eventually, the other two kind of like do draw closer. They seem to wish to stay together almost. The loud sounds almost drawing them closer together as a unit. And over the next 2 hours of constant sounds, all of you feel your ears just on fire. You are having pounding headaches. All of you take 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh, my.
Just from the mere presence of these creatures for such a long period of time. They are loud as hell, and it is very unfortunate to be stuck so close to them. However, after about the 2-hour mark, you begin to... You don't hear them at first, but you do notice them, especially Egil and Atlas, as you see a small group of individuals on the far end of the area to your left and begin to make their way. You see 5 of them, 3 spear users, 2 bowmen are on their approach. You see, they notice that the shatter corpses are kind of out and about a little early, and seem far more aggressive than they probably should be. See, they stop, kind of talk for probably a good 5 minutes or so, like planning out their next objectives. And soon they make their way onto the battlefield. Spearmen go up front. You watch as they seem to try and form a somewhat defensive structure around the soldiers. As the hunters ready themselves. Let's see here. You see the two archers take a single arrow each. It seems to have almost this like reflective, shiny tip. They put it in their bows. You see they begin to draw back. You see one of the spearmen has his finger up. Actually, me. Okay. See one of the spearmen, his finger's up, stops for a moment. You see he extends his full hand, looks back at the archers and looks around, and then begins to look over the tops of the buildings. Asanoth, you hear Kote whisper, "He can see into the void." See Kote, in a simple zoop sound, vanishes into the ethereal plane as he dips. See that one spearman, for a moment, unsure, sees how close they are to the zombies, knows that they have to be taken down, puts his fingers forward, and you see the archers loose their two weapons. They've been preparing these shots. One against green. It's 14 to hit, which hits it. The other one is even higher. That is a 20 to hit. Let's see. I believe... Okay. So they would have done that, and thus, wow. First one, it's 3 piercing. It's 3 extra piercing from the hunter's mark. Plus, these are hollowed arrows. They will do additional. Okay. 4. It's only 10 points of damage for the first attack for the one. That is not good. Second arrow is drawn, fired. Surprise round against the undead. Second attack. That same archer. Plus. Okay. Okay. Then that second attack can go into blue, which will hit. Bonus action transfer the hunter's mark. Okay. In a single volley of arrows, you see the two archers let loose these hollowed shafts of arrows, and they strike into green. With 3 attacks, they're able to slay the first zombie. Um, they will go into initiative order. Um, at this time, I will have you all roll initiative as well, since you're on the same battlefield at the moment.
Alrighty. Initiative.
Wow. Nope. As the enemies have begun their attack, he's still ethereal. I'm just going to put him on the actual turn order so you can all see him. And I will put him where he has moved himself. Because he ran even further back to try and get out of sight in the ethereal plane. Okay. Is everyone rolled?
I think so.
Indeed.
Give me a moment. Roll 20 has crashed for a moment. There we go. Okay. The paladins have engaged the zombies, the shatter zombies. Egil, are you doing anything?
As of now, not yet.
Okay.
I
I will say,
guess you could. Guess I'll
you
say
notice
dodge.
this is the
I
one.
guess.
Yep. This is the one that has your knives, your scalpels.
Which one?
Your tools is the middle one.
The middle one. Good. Good to know.
I'm marking him as blue. Red is that one who is also there. That was the one that seemed to have that strange sense. And then there we go. So you dodge. He continues to hide. Atlas, anything? You wait patiently.
Yep. I'll just take the dodge action and wait.
Okay. One of the archers gets to go again. He continues to fire upon blue. You can see the one in red points out the next target. Focus fire. 12 will hit. 9 does not hit. So only one strikes true. Then plus that, plus that, plus that. That's a hollowed arrow. Okay. It ends his turn. You see, Red gets to go. The first of the undead rushes as far forward as he can, which is. Oh wow, they actually have hella movement. Rushes about there. He's just out of range. So he will dash here. That ends his turn. Purple sees that their allies are in melee combat. Still has a target. Misses. Misses. Wow. Cool. Blue will attack in melee combat. That is a hit. So 5. Plus an additional 1 point of psychic damage. Sorry about that. Attacks again. Misses. Green will flank. Attack at advantage. Does hit. Second attack. Hits. Wow. Plus, so 3 points of psychic damage. Plus 6 and 3. Okay. Asana, do you do anything special?
I don't. No, I don't think so.
Okay. Red will close in behind. 2 strikes. 16. Both will hit. 2 and 2, so 8 plus the psychic damage. 4 and 4. Nice. That one is still up. Ripley, Bonnie, anything?
How obvious would it be if I like held a cantrip? Is that like a loud thing I need to be doing, or could that be pretty discreet?
I mean, it is a loud environment. I think it would not be too bad.
Okay, I'm just gonna hold an Eldritch Blast for anything that starts
Gotcha.
Okay,
A lot of the sounds in the area, you just can't. It's so hard to hear with these creatures. They're just so loud.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's all for me. Just holding Eldritch Blast.
Okay, Tet won't move until ordered to. Oh yeah. Watch as Blue, who has been damaged, pretty greatly actually. So let me put this. He's at that. He is at. This. You see, this strange Shatter Corpse rushes up, is not able to get into melee combat, but doesn't need to. As you see, it extends its arms backwards and almost seems to break its back and then lurches forward. And you watch as hundreds of shards of shattered glass extend out of its face, out of its arms, out of its fingertips. And a wave of a cone of broken, shattered glass is extended outward towards the paladins. Which look like this, which would catch all three of them. So they have to make dex saves. Red succeeds. Green succeeds. Blue fails. Seven. 10. They all take 10 slashing damage. Ouch. So halved. 5. Oh, also red also takes that as well. Fails, so he will take 10. Egil? Still nothing?
No, actually, I will. That can hit that, and that. The only one we'll be getting is red. Okay, so I look at Atlas and Hotet. I suppose now is better than no time. And I will come out here. Come this way, go that way. Get there. So boom, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and oh, that's 15. But that's okay. I will use my bonus action. Use Draconic Cry. So pretty much all of these guys in this area except for the red paladin. Everyone in the party will have advantage on their attack rolls against those individuals. So these two, then these three. And that was my bonus action. I move 30 feet. Then I'll go here. I move up here. And I will how far? Alice can only go 30 feet, so he can't go as far as I can. So he has to. No, Alice can get there. I'm gonna aim for yellow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have my doubles, so I will just use regular unarmed strike. 18 to hit.
18 to hit will hit.
5 bludgeoning, and
5 bludgeoning.
so basically when I run out, I just kind of let out this like ghastly like wheeze, being
Yeah.
sick and whatnot. Run up, hit yo. Actually, I have advantage. What am I talking about? I didn't even roll with advantage, like I was supposed to. Let's see if I can get a nat 20. Nah, same thing. All right, 5 bludgeoning. And then I look at Blue. You know it's rude to steal a doctor's scalpels, right?
You again? What are you doing here?
I've come to thin the numbers of the population.
Okay. That's your turn?
That's my turn.
My
Okay.
medical license should be revoked.
My license needs to be revoked.
You're thinning the population. That's the opposite of what a doctor is supposed
It's
to
called
do.
it's called eugenics.
Yeah, that's not a doctorate.
It's founded in scientific
Look, as long as their
And-
souls go to Hadar, I don't care.
There is it's strange. You don't know that he's moving because he's in the ethereal plane, but there is this almost like strange puff of sound almost that extends right behind Bonnie, and you're pretty sure that somewhere there has been a misty step around you. In that moment, you see the one of the paladins looks up. The apparition's here, and they seem fairly worried about the things that have been happening. Atlas.
God damn it.
What did they call him?
The aberration.
Aberration.
I will come bursting out of the house and I'll just charge up Orange and stab him like in the chest.
Okay. You can make it all the way there?
Yeah.
Yep, just.
Oh. Okay. Attack roll.
Remember, you have advantage.
23 will hit.
Ooh, can I say that I raged beforehand?
Sure. Yeah.
Thanks.
I allow it. Okay. Ooh, 12 damage. A heavy axe wound straight into the chest. Or spear wound, sorry. Straight into the chest. You watch them take a deep breath, wheezing as you've punctured a lung. Captain! See, their leader looks off. He looks to one of the others. Send to the flare, now! Is that the end of your go? And he was speaking to Green, by the way, to send up the flare.
Okay, and yeah, that's all I'm gonna really do.
Okay. So Orange is in melee combat. Not fun time.
Not at all.
You see, he just drops his bow, and pulls out a short sword, and he's just gonna recast. Actually, let's see. I don't think he's used his bonus action. He bonus action will move his Hunter's Mark. Actually, I need to. Pretty sure that's a concentration spell. Actually.
It is.
Oh, the roll. That's cocked. That is a failure. He'll recast Hunter's Mark as his bonus action on you, Egil, and he'll just like swipe at you in front of his other ally, hoping to, do something. That is only a 10 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. The swipe goes wide as he's, impaled in the chest. That is his go. He's not as well equipped in melee combat. Red.
Quick question.
Yep.
Is everyone pretty much looking at Egil and Atlas now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I want to do my Eldritch Blast to blue here. Hopefully not be noticed.
Okay. $23 will hit. 11. Okay. It's still up.
Yeah, just sling that out as
Yeah,
my
single
reaction.
Eldritch Blast careens across the map.
And I duck back down and hope nobody saw where that came from.
You do see something lights up in one of the hunter's eyes. The one that said he could, or that Colte referenced the void. He looks up onto the rooftops. An 8 spellcaster. Kind of points in your general direction.
Unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. Reds go. Well, Red steps forward, breaking melee combat with Red, who will do an attack of opportunity, which does hit. It's only a spear attack. So that's 7 plus 3. Which brings it to Undead Fortitude. So that's 5. DC 15. Let's go. That is a failure. You see Red rushes forward, and you can see it begins to almost try and shatter into Egil, the 2 archers in the back, and Atlas, but is cut short and cut dead by one of the paladins. Red is dead. Brings it to Purple. Purple switches out for their short sword and is going to Hunter's Mark you and flank you. I've got you! As he strikes with advantage. That is double 17, so 21.
That hits.
You're not currently concentrating on a spell, right?
I have no spells to concentrate on.
Okay, just had to make sure. Seven, 8, then psychic damage, 9. You take 9 points of piercing damage.
All right, that goes through all my temporary hit points, and I only take 2 on my
Nice.
full.
Okay, that's his only short sword attack. He strikes into you, trying to protect his brethren. Brings it to Blue. Blue is going to rush over Red. He's going to strike to Atlas. Protect the back line. We can deal with the spellcasters later. Advantage. Flanking. That is 15 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. Second attack. That is 21.
That is.
Okay. He would have Hunter's marked you as well, by the way. So 6, 9, plus psychic damage. You're not concentrating on a spell, right?
Nope.
Okay. So plus 3. So it should be 12 points of damage.
Is any of that like a bludgeon and piercer slashing?
Technically, I think the Hunter's Mark damage becomes that. So it is 9 bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. It's specifically piercing, and then 3 psychic.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Hunter's Mark gives you.
I think it's
Damage.
whatever the weapons damage is.
Yeah,
I believe.
it pretty much is. Yep. Although that is magical damage.
Doesn't matter for rage. Rage. I think rage is both non-magical and magical.
Fair enough. Good to know.
Yeah, as long as it's bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Okay, green. Sees this. It already used its ability. He will rush to protect the backline as well. His archers are badly damaged at this point. That is 16 to hit.
That misses.
16 to hit for the second attack. Both attacks miss. Asanath.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Damn. Oh well. You can see there's a little bit of flustered look on Green's face, and after his turn, you see his commander goes, "What are you doing? Send the flare!"
I'm gonna
Oh.
move my full 35 feet of movement to start getting in range.
Okay.
Then I'm going to Guiding Bolt Green.
With advantage.
$15.
15 on Green. It just hits.
Oh,
Okay, I'm casting this at first level. Sorry, I meant to say that first, but 18 radiant damage.
18 radiant damage.
And I believe they're glowing.
Oh, very much so.
Uh,
In fact, he's looking real hurt.
and I'm gonna need to make a wisdom saving throw.
From
'Cause
him.
I hit him with a first level spell. Yep, from Green.
He did roll a nat 20.
Okay,
Damn.
he's fine.
Yeah,
Not long,
he is hit by that spell. And you hear the commander goes, "Okay, maybe we can't ignore them."
It's always that's it. It's always worth a try to get that Eldritch Contagion off because
Yeah,
It's
it's always
free.
worth it. That is a potent ability.
yeah, when it hits, it hits.
Red is okay. Yeah, he is going to have to ignore the shatter. He's gonna move here. He's gonna get one attack off on Atlas with advantage, flanking with his ally. That is a 20 to hit.
That is.
He does not Hunter's Mark you. He did not Hunter's Mark you. So it's just gonna be that. What's that? Okay. 5 points of slashing, 1 point of psychic. Second attack, he's Hunter's marking Egil.
all right.
13 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. That is Red's turn. It is Ripley.
Alright, well, cover blown. So, we're gonna do another Eldritch Blast. Which one of these people looks the most injured?
Green for sure.
Alright, Eldritch Blast at green. Ooh, sick.
How do you want to kill him?
Green. Just I very quickly peer out the like the window of this building and just see whoever's the most injured and just go for just like shoot them in the back when they're not paying attention, basically. Just like a really shitty,
Okay.
not at all cool thing.
There's
Yeah.
no honor in this.
Yeah, there's no honor in this. I'm just picking off the weakest.
Gotcha. So this
it's easy.
crackling bolt of red light flies across the battlefield as Green is more focused on Atlas and Igil, and suddenly, after being hit by this guiding bolt, which did actually technically supposed to give you advantage. I used every term there. That's awesome. You still got a nat 20. So as they're glowing, looking down at themselves and so preoccupied, the bolt slams in the back of them. Atlas, you watch as their eyes are sucked into their skull as their back is embroiled with this red energy, as they brutally just become like mummified almost at a whim by this bolt and are killed.
Sick. Is Atlas super fucked up or just like a little fucked up?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I'll also kind of move out of this building, even though I love being safe. Just try and spread us out a little bit, in case they've got AoE stuff.
Okay,
That's all
that's
for
Ripley.
me.
Bonnie.
You have advantage. Was it 22 hit orange?
Orange? Yeah.
Hook him up, Ripley. I mean, Bonnie. I caught myself.
Nine to orange. Okay. The single firebolt streaks across the field as Orge is still partially impaled by Atlas's spear, and all of a sudden there is just an explosion of gore across Igil's white lab coat as the force of the bolt just takes his head off, and you just see a burning, rolling head careening down the street. There is a few screams of horror from the paladins here. They are terrified.
You'd think they'd never seen a burning, decapitated head before.
Mm-hmm.
telling
Stepping out of
you.
the building, and you see slowly walking up this hulking behemoth of Hotet. Just
Love
walks up towards Blue. Okay, that is a 25 to hit.
So fun to be the monsters now.
Oh yes.
Isn't it?
And a fourth. So the first strike does hit. The second one doesn't. Just like the slashers of old, like the Jasons or what's the one from Halloween? Michael Myers.
Todd's.
Michael Myers.
Yeah, Michael Myers.
Leatherface.
Yeah, just like the slashers of old. He calmly walks up, swings his axe up impossibly high, and then drives it deep into the clavicle. So deep it doesn't come out. Hence is him not able
Oh
to make his
my.
second attack. You see it's just embedded in the soldier's clavicle. Just he's
Aesthetic.
just rocked. Yep. It's only 9 points, but still. You see the chapped brute tries to wrench their axe free for the second attack, but it does not work. And you can see the guy is just terrified with a hulking, strange abomination next to him. So, the fun thing is about these zombies, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have no allegiances. That's awesome.
None.
So, I have to determine who it wants to attack.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So, someone roll me a d6.
I'll do it. 2.
2. Nice. Egil, you turn towards your new assailant, Red, and you watch as they are immediately latched onto by the zombie, as this shatter corpse rushes towards him with innate fury in its mind. That attack definitely hits as a 23.
Oh, these paladins got it rough.
It's not a lot of damage. Sadly, it did not make its volley of glass ability again, so it's 2 bludgeoning, and then 2 piercing damage from its just shattered shards. But you watch as it just latches on to him on his back, and you just see these shards just sticking through his shoulder as their current, seemingly the leader right now of this small band is currently being assailed on all fronts. Back to you, Egil.
All right. I'm going to turn to purple.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do a little unarmed attack. Yeah, I'm not gonna use Draconic Cry right now. 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
All right. For 8 points of bludgeoning. And another, then use my bonus action to do another unarmed strike. 16 to hit.
Hits.
5 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
How's he looking?
I would say he's bloodied. I think, yeah, he's bladed.
All right. I'll use a key point and use Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
And miss.
Okay. Yeah, 9 does miss.
And
yeah,
that will.
Purple
end my
is
turn.
he's starting to look a little hurt at this point. Bonus action. He will exit the fade away. You see, Colte arrives, kind of cracks his fingers between themselves. You and your paladins killed my companion. You'll face my wrath. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, he's gonna move here. And he's gonna cast Lightning Bolt.
Uh-oh. He did not come to play.
Yeah. So that is Dex save from purple, from red, and blue. Only blue succeeds. It's probably not going to help them. I won't lie. I'll just roll it here. 37 points, halved down to what? 30? What is that? 19? 18. Round it down.
18.
Yep. So they each take 18 points, except for blue. Well, no, blue takes 18 points. Sorry. So you watch as Red, who seemingly is getting ready himself to take on the mantle of sending out an alert to his fellow compatriots, turns, and they all make eye contact with Colte, who extends a single finger. And you watch as a single bolt of lightning streaks past Atlas and Egil. Any hairs you have stand on end as the static electricity in the air fries all three of the paladins. They all drop simultaneously.
Quite
Um,
potent, aren't you?
You see Colte kind of looks at you. I said I could hold my own. Just numbers.
Indeed.
That's his turn. Atlas. All that's left. The paladins have all been dropped. There's just a single zombie standing left on the field.
Yep, I'll go up to the zombie and stab him.
Okay, stab away.
Oof.
11 hits.
Keep forgetting zombies have low ACs.
Yep.
He's not wearing armor.
Okay. You do take 3
Nor trying to
piercing
move.
damage. As it is covered in glass spikes, so it does hurt to attack it. Okay, that does by 1 point go over its max health. So now it has to roll a con save versus a 13. Oh yeah, it's 5 plus 13. So yeah.
Five plus 13.
Yeah, so it's 5 plus whatever damage it took. So it took
Oh, okay.
13 damage, so it's 5 plus
I
13.
thought you were saying.
So it's 18.
I thought you were saying the DC was 13 and it needed to roll, and it rolled a 5, but it has a plus 13 to
No,
con.
no. And I'll let you know, it has a plus 3 to con. I rolled a 14. So it does die.
Nice.
The zombie cracks into the ground from Atlas's spear. And the battlefield goes silent. All that's left sound-wise is the hisses and sizzles of 3 dead paladins burned to a crisp. The strange sucking sound of blood leaving the rest.
I will immediately go to the corpse of Blue
Okay.
and see if he has my scalpels on him.
Make an investigation check. $22. He does not have your scalpels.
Well, aren't you useless, even in death? Well, maybe not entirely. And I pull out my notes and I start examining the effects of electrocution, which I've never experienced before.
Yeah. So you can see that there's a tremendous amount of heat generated, but also generally it seems to have shocked their entire system as well. You know, it's not just pure heat damage essentially, which is interesting.
And that I would assume like the muscles would be locked from all the static electricity
yeah, they
coursing
are.
through.
They are fried.
Man. Could you imagine getting a look at their brains?
Right? I don't have my blades on me. You see, he stole my shit.
Crack a skull open with a dagger.
If you offer one. Well, I might have to wait. Well, no.
So
Just in case. I might have to wait.
initiative is
Anyways,
over.
go
There is no threats on the battlefield any longer.
All right. But do we find anything on their bodies, though?
Do you search?
Yeah.
I'll take that. Are you searching all of the bodies with that investigation check?
Yeah, I'm gonna search everything.
Okay. On their corpses, there is a few things. You find let's see here. Between all of them, they had 58 silver pieces.
Okay.
The 3 spear paladins had what looks to be like healing balm.
Okay. 3 of them?
3 of them, which act. I think you already have a healing balm, don't you?
I have one.
Works the same way.
What does it do?
Just a heal. Can't talk. A health potion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Too
just
much
a different
potion.
form.
Okay.
Less expensive.
Okay, that was all we found?
The archers, they have what looks to be hollowed arrows. You're probably able to find. Purple's been singed as it's gone, probably. I'd say you're probably able to find 3. Essentially, they do an extra 2d6 radiant damage to any undead that they hit.
Hallowed. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
Honestly.
hollowed. I was like, what's a
Yeah.
hollowed arrow?
I thought they were just like empty on the inside.
I was like, so these things do shrapnel damage? Damn.
Yeah, right. I was like, what are you putting
No,
in
they-
the bombs?
No, they seem to shine with the radiance of the Morning Lord.
Okay, radiant damage in their arrows. Okay.
And they are gone on use. They cannot be retrieved.
Understandable.
Yeah. It'd be wild if you could retrieve them.
Okay.
This army
so,
would have taken over the world.
Yeah.
all right. Is that everything?
The last thing is written
Ooh.
orders that you find.
Okay.
It
Alright.
states it seems to just be small time orders from the leader of this battalion of paladins. The specific battalion paladin battalion that these paladins are a part of are the Forward Mirrored Spear is their
Okay.
title, essentially.
Forward mirrored spear.
General orders are to clear out the city of Cardinal. You can see they have underlined orders, specifically stating the current objective of this specific mission that they were just sent on. To clear out the shattered corpses from the... I believe it's called the... The Penned Inn was the title of the establishment.
And
And report back to Inquisitor Warden Anomegus.
Inquisitor Warden.
So close, but not really at all.
Onomegus.
I
And you
spelled
said
it like, I spelled it
it
like
was-
this.
You actually Onomegus. I got yeah.
He
See,
named
I'm
it.
so
I
close,
love 'em.
but not at all.
I love 'em.
All right. And you saying the name of their battalion was the what mirrors?
The Mirrored Forward Spear. Or,
Mirrored
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
forward mirrored spear.
Yes.
forward mirrored spear.
Yes.
Mirrored or mirror?
Mirrored.
Okay. Forward mirrored spear. And it was the wooden.
The Penned Inn.
Pinned in Penned.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool beans. All right. Notes. All right.
Many, many notes. Gotta love them.
Okay. I guess I
You see,
will.
as you are investigating, Colte will kind of go up and investigate one of the other paladins, the one that he claimed to have abilities. It kind of bends down over him. Well, nothing ventured. You see, he takes out a dagger and begins to flay open his chest.
Ooh.
What's
Can
his
I come over and
what's his
watch?
what's his
Yeah.
technique like? Is he doing clean surgical precision, or he's just cutting into him?
Like you walk over and are watching. This is the cleanest of cuts you've seen. Like you've probably only seen this type of expert cut in like the most prepped situations back home. Like this individual is super skilled, almost perfect, you would say, with the precision of his strokes and cuts as he begins to flay across the middle of the chest. You see he cuts around the ribs and begins to open up the chest cavity as well.
Ripley almost throws up and has to walk very far away from this.
I agree to open up my notebook. I'm not going to say anything about his technique just yet. I'm just going to take notes on what I'm
Osnoth
seeing.
is watching carefully to see if she can learn anything.
Do you see his hands are starting to get a little bloody. Egil, do you have any anything I can use to protect my hands?
I should. Your hands are bigger than mine, though.
I might just need your deft fingertips.
That I can do. I put my little notebook away. I go in my bag. I get my gloves.
Right underneath the heart. Right there. And he points. And you can see this small, little... It almost looks like a cancerous cell at the base of the heart. I need that.
Let me see the blade.
Hands it to you.
And I go for
Don't-
my incision.
Make a medicine check
Oh, no,
with
wait,
advantage.
Well, what did he say? Don't do what now?
He said all he says as you're like going in is, "Don't cut the pearl."
Got it. All right. Medicine check with advantage.
Yeah, as he kind of helps to guide you.
Oh my gosh! How did I roll? Oh my gosh! All right, but 14. I mean, it's not terrible, but
It is not terrible. Let's see here.
goodness gracious! Of all the time to roll so low.
That just
is
seems
what
to be
I'm
the
doing.
theme of this campaign.
This is what I'm best at. I have expertise in medicine.
Yeah,
I mean,
doesn't
I guess
matter, says this game.
I
So-
guess it does say something though, because it still got a decent roll.
Yeah,
Okay, but
it's
anyways.
pretty
Yeah.
decent. You begin
Oh,
to
know
cut.
what?
What?
It's supposed to be a 10 because we have exhaustion.
Oh
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
So that's a 10.
Okay. So
Damn it.
you begin to cut into that space, and you can see Colte is just looking down, like judging every little incision, but he's kind of biting his lip. And as you're cutting, you begin to feel the heart empty. There's a single splurt of blood, and it causes your hand to shake just ever so slightly, and you feel the knife tip touch this strange pearl, and there is a momentary lapse of sound. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Now, does this have anything to do with the fear condition?
It does not.
Okay, cool.
23. Okay. You. Well, let me just double check this real fast. You, as this pearl pops, there is this instant darkness that just seems to fill your eye for a moment, and you see these wisps of gold and purple, and suddenly it disappears as you blink once more, and you're just standing there with the knife still in the chest cavity, and you look over towards Colte, who looks at you, stands, backs up about 5 feet, and gives a quizzical look to all of you. Hello there.
What do you
Looks-
mean, hello?
Begins to look about.
Are you alright?
Who are all of you? Hotet! You see Hotet bounds right past you, Asanov, almost pushing you out of the way as he bounds right back over to his master.
We met last night in the tunnels.
If you don't mind, who are we speaking to?
My name is Cote. This is my friend and ally Hotet. I am
The Pearl.
so confused. Pearl? What pearl?
One that was within the heart cavity
Was
of this
he?
individual.
You see, he
You said-
palms his hand into his face. This is quite spectacular. I can't believe this. Well, you know who I am. I have forgotten everything that has happened within the past 2 days.
What is the last thing that you do remember?
I have been trying to scheme, plan a way to bypass the paladins in the Temple of Lathander. I see many of them are dead. Was this our doing?
3 of them, and particularly were yours.
I see.
Asnath is nodding enthusiastically
looks
in
at
the
the,
background.
The bodies that are slightly charred. He kind of flips to one of his books. Okay. I did write notes. Wonderful. Sorry, I might have to catch back up on the goings-on. I must have trusted you a great deal to let you deal with one of the bodies. You see, he begins to just go through
And
his spell book. You
that-
see, he opens up a journal. You were cutting out. Hello?
Womp womp.
I think the internet is cutting out for you, Egil. Let me try that.
It's my Wi-Fi. Don't worry about it. Just keep
Your
on
Wi-Fi?
going.
Okay, sorry about that.
Oh, I know it is.
Okay. What were you saying though? Oh, left. Do any of you wish to say anything in this moment, as he begins to try to remember who you are?
Does it sound like the sounds of digging into a body have ended?
Oh yes.
Okay, then I'll come back around from where I was standing behind a different building.
Yeah. You see, your once ally Kotet looks at you and gives a quizzical glance. There's more of you. Wonderful. Ripley, is it?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I'm sorry I've forgotten who all of you are. God,
That isn't your fault.
You see, he flips through 2 pages. Let me go back to the beginning.
Well,
Unless any of you wish to explain how I know you.
yes. So we fell. Well, I fell with Ripley in front of the cave that you were living in. And so you helped us in there, and we agreed to kill the paladins for you. And that's why we're here. We set up an ambush. I think there's another group or two that we've still got to kill.
Most likely.
Oh,
Well,
and you let us read some of your books.
wonderful. I see. Well, Ygil, Asanath, Bonnie, Atlas, Ripley. Wonderful. I know your names, your basic structures. Let's see here. Yes. You see, he kind of partially looks up quizzically towards Atlas. Well then, I remember a little bit. It's a shame we weren't able to claim the Pearl of the Void Touched, but alas.
And that was the person who was like doing
The call-outs.
eyes like the okay, call outs. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
They're essentially individuals born similar to me, but slightly different. They do have an ability to inoculate, but only via their hearts. And I was attempting to claim one, it seems, when it all went awry. Well, perhaps some of the others are the same. Those who
Perhaps.
can see into the void or can easily discern disembodied. They can easily identify spellcasters, innate spellcasters, aberration, fae, and fiends as they use their abilities. So, any more of those happen to find you, you know something new, Ygil.
And now I know what to expect during my next autopsy.
Yes. Well, it seems we've gotten to everything we've needed for them.
Okay. And does anyone here use arrows? Because I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Yeah, because I use darts. Atlas uses javelins. Everyone else has magic for the most part.
I've got a stick.
Well, I think and like crossbows use bolts. They don't actually use arrows. Unless you are counting arrows and bolts, it's the same thing.
Well, we could just keep them.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
they could always be sold.
exactly.
All right.
Well,
So
How do
I
you
guess
all
just
feel
keep
about
everything
continu-
in a party bag. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
How do you all feel about continuing this?
I am more or
Excited.
less- Yes, I didn't suffer any grievous wounds, so I'm prepared. How about you, Atlas? You seem to have been struck the most.
Oh, I'm doing all right now.
How hurt does Atlas look?
On a scale of 0 to 39.
Yeah.
He's about 26.
Okay, I could do a little heal.
No, I can't do. If
Yeah,
you'd
save your
rather.
spell slots.
You
This
did
is
get
free
some of
for me.
those. Oh, fair enough. You did get some of those things from the paladins.
Yeah, got some healing bombs.
Yeah.
Just I walk over to Atlas. Can you just look in this staff just for like a couple seconds? It shouldn't kill you.
You might want to. Honestly, I think we should give him a healing bomb. I would say save your spells.
It's not a spell.
Oh, never mind then.
I just get to do this 4 times a day.
Oh, okay. Good stuff.
See, if
Have,
Atlas is
have
willing
some
to
of my
look into
ill-gotten
the
health.
endless hunger that is the centerpiece of my quarterstaff.
Yeah, he'll do it cautiously.
Michael.
Cool.
He's seen what that thing does.
Yeah, you probably hear some vague whisperings at the edges of your brain that
I
might
will consume you.
might drive you insane if you looked at it for too long. But since it's only a couple seconds, you get 7 hit points.
Nice.
Nice.
Back in the 30s.
There is a slight Ripley feeling as you heal Atlas, like this cold feeling that grows on your shoulder, and you just shrug it off. It's not that strong yet, but someone was healed.
Yeah, I've never done that before, so. Woo.
Okay. Wow. So yeah, music is just the music bot is not working, I think. Oh, they are completely offline. That's probably what's crashing us.
Discord's also just been real fucky lately.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing in there, but someone unplugged something.
Someone tripped over a power cable.
They must have, because it's been rough.
So,
Okay.
with that, are you all hitting the road?
Well, before we do that, I guess we can do it as we walk. Will re-explain the plan to
To
Colte. Yeah. As we're
He'll
walking.
be reading up on, everything you all have done thus far. So, he's relearning.
Good.
It's just wild that you made the save and he did not.
I know, right? I don't even have proficiency in with some saving throws.
Yeah, he rolled a 5. I won't lie to you.
Damn.
Yeah, he rolled real bad. I'm like, oh
Now-
no, oh no.
What I want to know now is if I kept the 14, would it still have happened?
No, you would have
Damn it.
you would have been able to get the pearl. It would have been like an excuse of him helping you get it, due to
Yeah.
he would have used his mage hand ability to catch the pearl before it smashed inside the ribcage. But still,
Those
you would have been able
goddamn
to
zombies.
cut it out. Yeah,
Fucking disadvantage.
they're loud as hell. They literally have a feature of their abilities that is just called loud.
Wow.
Just like me for
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Loud. Creatures have advantage on wisdom perception checks made to hear the approach of a shatter corpse. If a person spends too much time an hour next to a shattered corpse, they gain a single level of exhaustion.
Damn.
To turn undead, but I didn't. 'Cause I
We
didn't
all
want
forgot
them
Turn
to
our
run
resistance.
ranged
The
away.
shattered
earplugs.
corpse has advantage on saving throws against any effect that turns undead.
Oh,
They
nice.
literally can't hear you turn undead.
Have we all developed tinnitus?
Oh, 100%.
No, no.
Temporarily, at least.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Magic will
think-
heal tinnitus, which is
God, if
tragic.
only it did in the real world.
I know, right? I wish I didn't have tinnitus. Every so often, I'm just sitting there, and all of a sudden, I'm like, "Oh, there's my ear go. There goes my ear." You know. Goddamn tinnitus.
You just don't get to hear anything for a little bit. It's nice.
Yeah, just a slight like 3-second span. And I'm just like, that's really annoying.
Nice little break in the action.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. I cannot speak. Anyways. So, you all continue the journey towards the temple. What you see as you approach is a massive complex. You can see towers and adjoining rooms that all interconnect into this grand structure that contains at its apex this great glass dome that seems to let in all the sunlight in the world. You can see great stained glass windows seem to adorn the edges where the dome is not in place, and they're mostly still intact. Relatively, it seems this building was spared a lot of the abject horror of whatever this event was. So, the central cathedral is where the device is located to get underneath the city. The hallway in is a linear pathway lined by statues of heroes of old. Great angels and battles are depicted in many of the statues. I don't know if they've changed things, but they were held up in the Grand Cathedral, right on top of the space I need to be, directly underneath the Great Dome. I don't know how you wish to approach this. We could go through the main entrance. There is shattered glass above the main causeway if we can get to the roof. Or we could shatter the dome, drop in, or shatter one of the other stained glasses and drop in that way. Whatever you wish to do. Our battle was... I don't know if it was too loud. I can't remember it. But... I don't know if they'll be on a high alert.
Hmm.
Well, they didn't manage to get off the flares.
That should be a good
Indeed.
sign. I'm almost tapped for
Alright.
my ability to stay in the astral plane. So I would not suggest... Not astral, ethereal. So I would not suggest using me for that anymore.
Ripley, do you think you'd be able to get to the roof?
On my own? Probably.
Yes. All right. But you said that a lot of your abilities are close up, right?
Yeah, like my spells don't have like crazy long range, and then my class ability is like 30 feet. Like 60 feet is where I'm best.
Okay, that's your so really you're more of a medium range.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. We have 3 long range attackers. We roughly. Well, we have 3 medium to long range. Well, 4 technically. Then we have 3 close up. How high up is the? How tall is the building roughly?
The apex of the Grand Dome probably rises a good 150 feet.
Okay.
But the base of the dome itself is probably only 80 feet under that. So the building itself is probably about 70 feet tall.
Okay.
I'll put it 80 feet tall. It'd probably, yeah, it'd be 160 feet at the top of the dome.
Okay.
So the dome is
All right.
half the size of the building.
All right. And what was the number of people? I wrote it down. Where is it? Is this it? No, that's not that one.
Of the paladins?
Yeah, I wrote it down. What did I
Uh,
do with the?
Oh, there's 4 to 5 out during the day, which generally leaves a priest, a hunter, a knight, and a warden in the temple,
Okay.
is what I've written down.
Yep, that is, yep. So 9. Which,
We took out 5 already.
yeah, Colte will
So
say that, yeah, that you were correct about that. There were 9 originally.
okay.
Okay.
So
So there's
it's
the priest, hunter, knight, and warden in the temple.
Mm-hmm.
priest, hunter, knight, and warden.
Yeah.
All right. For plan of attack, we'll likely want to the problem is getting somebody up on the roof. I was going to say trying to get maybe 2 people up there. Then
I could bring somebody light. It would just take me a while.
Just know you would be 80 feet up.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have a good way to get both of us down.
Right, that is one of the main problems. Clay can also fly. All right. Are all the windows like on the first? All right. Are there windows on like, I guess you would say first level, like high enough people to get into from ground?
In the main bit near the front of the building, yes. In the actual cathedral, no. The only windows in the
so
cathedral are the dome, and there's 2 stained glass kind of repositories that are on the walls.
how high up are
Would it
those?
be a bad idea to lure them outside?
I have something. I just have a feeling they're not going to try to come outside. We can try.
Like, if we just make a big ruckus, they might send 1 or 2 of them out, and that would at least split them up.
Indeed. So we didn't find any like physical flares. It was probably. Is it safe to assume that the flare that they were considering was like magical?
Most likely. They seem to have magic. You saw them casting Hunter's
Yeah.
Mark. You didn't see any of the other abilities that they were able to cast, but
All right. Okay. And Bonnie has Featherfall. Okay. Who feels as though they would do well on the roof?
They could pelt some Eldritch Blasts from up there.
Like I said, this is like what you feel as though you'll be able to comfortably do versus do you think you would do better like being closer to the fight?
I'd rather be closer just because they're gonna have healing abilities, and that's what I am good with.
Yeah, yeah.
Is counteracting healing abilities.
Well, what about Asnath and Bonnie? Do y'all feel either of you feel as though you would do better on the roof?
I don't have a good track record with being up high.
That is valid point. You know.
But I'll go up there if I'm asked.
Oh no, it's not. This is about tactics and using everybody's skills to the best of their abilities.
It'd be more useful if I were within 30 to 60 feet.
Okay,
Just because of my
That's cool.
cleric spells.
valid. It would be better to keep Bonnie within 30 feet from the beginning. All right. Okay, so everyone, for the most part, is ready to be going in. All right. So for these stained glass windows, how high up are they?
The one on the end of the cathedral is about 30 feet high. So it starts off from 30 feet up, extends another 30 feet.
Okay, so the base of it is at the first 30-foot mark. Okay, so getting up there isn't going to be as easy. We might just have to go through the front. Unless anyone has any ideas on how we could get in through the stained glass windows. Or the dome. Those are the only other two entry points.
Stained glass is. I feel like it would hurt us.
Indeed. It would.
I don't really feel like taking damage before we even start fighting.
Right.
So we might just want to walk in the front door.
Or, like you say, we could try to draw. We
Yeah.
could try to draw them out.
My concern with drawing them out, even though I suggested it, is that what if the people who don't come out like run out the back and escape? That would be like the main risk there.
Indeed. But
I don't know
I think
how attached they are to this building.
No, but I think so. This entrance, aside from the stained glass windows, this entrance is the only way to get in, right?
Yes. So to describe it a little bit further, the cathedral has offshoots that are, other rooms that are attached. Technically, it is attached to one of the towers.
Okay.
And that is on the north side of the building. Is one of the towers rises up from the main cathedral, and almost like seems to reach up like a hand to, relative to the cathedral. It's around the same size, same height.
Okay.
Neither surpasses the other.
We could do a quick once around to see if there are other points of entry through the other buildings. Or we could just go guns blazing and go right through the front door.
I think we should just go for it.
Just go for it? Okay.
Just go for it.
All right.
Nothing bad can happen.
Nothing at all, man.
We just have to be confident we'll succeed.
That's all it
That's
is.
been our problem so far. We haven't been
It's just
confident enough.
Yeah. We had a couple bad rolls and we let it get to our heads. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Okay. So.
All right. Well, before we do that, is there any objections? I don't want to just make a plan and run with it. Is anyone opposed? Silence is a no.
Yeah, I guess not.
4v7? I like those odds.
All right. Run through the front door, Graham.
Okay.
All we need now is a battering ram.
I need to gather your tokens. Who's going first?
Not me.
I'll go first.
Atlas goes first. Nice.
I
Maybe somewhere in the
will.
middle-ish.
You're in the middle.
I will. I'll be in the middle-ish as well. I think.
Perfect. This is the lineup then. I'll mix you with Hotet actually.
That's fine. Hey, that's even better. I like
Yeah,
that.
put the beefy ones up front.
Yeah.
Hotet is
That's
beefy.
That's not me anymore. My Gamesh days are over.
So, you all begin to make your way through this ancient temple. Ancient statues and histories line up before you. Beautiful tapestries and beautiful motifs of a god of light and his disciples stretch on and on. You can see multiple smaller cubbies to pray. But as you walk through the cathedral itself, you enter into the main place where the people of this once great city would come and pray to their deity, the Morning Lord. 108 feet wide, 150 feet, 180 feet long, 150 feet wide. This cathedral is massive. It supports 2 different rows, generally, of pews, set 5 feet deep, 3 across. At the far back of the room, you can see this beautiful stained glass motif. Underneath it, you can see, lit up by beautiful light, almost as if glowing and glittering, is a dais for the priest of the Morning Lord, Lathander, to speak to his congregation. In the corners of the room are these beautiful brass objects that almost seem to glow with bright, shining sunlight. Even in darkness, in the dead of night, you all swear that this room would be lit up like the day. Your feet crunch on shards of broken glass from a stained glass, almost like horizontal glass structure that was directly above you at some point in time, but has fallen and crashed to the ground. In the center of the room, you can see carved into the ground this ginormous sun made of brass and bronze that is lit up by the beautiful skylight of the dome. Currently, spread throughout the chamber are multiple tents. You guess 9 of them. 1 large red one in the back, 3 strange green ones. The rest of them seem to be white in color. And standing in the center of the room are 3 individuals. See, one of the pews has been pulled to the side to add it as some sort of cover. You see one individual carrying a spear out facing towards all of you. Is a simple hunter, similar to the people you already faced. You see a beautiful priest wielding what looks to be a small warhammer at his side, wearing beautiful robes of Lathander. You see a knight standing tall and brave, his helmet fully embedded upon his helm, currently wielding what looks to be a halberd. The last individual you assume to be the warden, Onomagus. A tall individual, flowing blonde hair. They wield a great warhammer in their hands. You can see he smiles as you approach, as if he was expecting you. I saw you kill my men. You're lucky I'm a forgiving man. Turn back, leave this city, and never return. Do it now and I will not kill you. By the honor of Lathander.
You have something that belongs to me.
If I return it, will you flee from this city?
Will we flee if they return my scalpels? I look at everyone. Sorry, but I'll have to take that silence as a no. It seems you have to die today.
I wish no harm on any of you. But it must be done. So, the individuals you're facing, this is the Inquisitor Warden. This is the Inquisitor Knight. This is the Inquisitor Priest. This is one of the guards, the hunters.
Why does he look like a child?
That's what they
That
all
is a
the spirit
12-year-old.
people look like that.
No, I know, but he looks like he's like 15.
I mean, they are young.
It's
They're
the
not.
haircut.
Yeah, they are not.
It is the
that
hair
old.
and the headband, the weird shepherd's headband.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a female token. It looks like female art to me.
Well, whatever they are, they look 15.
Fair enough. Well, this is your
We've already
battlefield.
established these people suck. I wouldn't put it past them to enlist children.
What do you mean? They would never enlist children.
Fascists don't enlist children.
Okay, well,
Duh.
I need you all to roll initiative. Do you think you can get through this fight in by tonight?
Maybe.
Maybe.
45 minutes?
We got this.
The whole fight? I don't think the whole fight.
Yeah, not
honestly.
the whole
We
fight.
can take a chunk out of it.
Okay.
How about this? Let's do 2 rounds and see where we are after that.
Fair enough. We shall see. I'm pretty sure all of you are going first. Wow. Yeah, all of you are going first.
Even me?
You're the last one in the initiative.
Okay, I was gonna be concerned
They
if I was
all-
also going first.
So it's your entire group, then then all of them go, and then you go. I haven't rolled for Hotet, no. No, Hotet, no.
Oh, what do you get? 1.
You got a 5. Well, you got a 4 plus 1. No! Colte, no! No, Colte!
Did Cole take it a 1?
Yes. He has a 3.
Oh, Colte.
Taking up the rear. Hey, we got him surrounded at initiative.
Yeah, you do.
We do. Action economy's on our side. For now.
Absolutely. Came back online. There. Now you can share in the musical revels as we play Margit the Fell Omen. Atlas, you're first to go in the initiative order.
Am I able to jump over like these pews?
Though each pew is difficult terrain. So it would take 10 feet of movement just to cross one.
I want to take a dodge action then.
Let's see. Okay, you can drop concentration on Arcane Eye.
Yeah, I think I'll just charge ahead and start jumping over these pews, and we'll be using a dash action.
Okay.
Yep, I think I'll just run to right here
Okay.
and
Take the dodge.
Thank- can because I use my dash action, so I think that'll be it for me.
Okay. You're not gonna rage or anything?
No, I won't rage.
Okay. Egil.
All right. I will. Let's see, go there, there, go here. If I hold 2 darts, does that count as 2-weapon fighting?
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll allow it.
cool.
You can
All
still
right.
stab with a dart.
Yeah, so that's what I was. Figured I'd ask first.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna aim at the little spearman or spear woman, the spear person.
The hunter, yes. The Inquisitor Hunter.
Main action, throw a dart. This is gonna be a disadvantage because it's outside of 20 feet.
10 will miss.
10 probably misses.
Yeah, 10 misses.
Then disadvantage again. Okay.
21
hit.
hits. Yeah.
All right. For 8 piercing.
Okay.
See something. All right. And then I will use my last 10 feet to go here. And I will go prone. So I'm behind the pew, so no one should be able to see me.
Okay. You drop to the ground. You go prone. Bonnie.
What is Doctor going up to now? See the measuring going on.
Oh. You can move, right?
Ah, damn.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Firebolt to the priest. Okay. Make the attack roll. 12 does not hit the priest. Okay, is that it? Clay's gonna fire? That's your turn. Brings it to Ripley.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna cast Mind Spike on the warden. So I need a wisdom saving throw.
The warden or the knight?
The ward this one.
Oh, that's the knight.
The knight. Yes, that one.
Okay.
Hoping they have low wisdom.
Which die to use? Wisdom
Use the
save?
worst one. Yeah, wisdom save.
Well, I used my favorite one, so that's a 9.
Amazing. Ooh, terrible dice roll though. So 11 psychic damage, as I force a fragment of an aspect of Hadar into their psyche, and just rattle their brains a bit. And it does like some other stuff that's not like super important, but mostly just damage.
Okay. Very,
And
very
that's
interesting.
what I got.
Hmm. Give me 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, the Inquisitor Knight is going to rush forward himself and will bound to leap over the pew, gunning for Atlas. And as he jumps and leaps, he's going to throw 2 javelins at you, Atlas. 15 to hit. And
That
second
misses.
one, yeah, second one's probably not going to hit either. Second one is a 13. So 2 javelins go chucking towards you as he's leaping his way over this this pew. That's where he stops. It's his movement. The Inquisitor Warden. I told you, I did not want to harm any of you. I'm going to make, so there's 7 people. I'm just going to roll a d6. Who do I not target? Actually, I can just roll a d7, can't I? Seven.
Remember, he shouldn't be able to see me.
Oh, actually, I can just do a d6 then. Yeah, you're right. Because I'm not gonna attack Clay. That'd be mean. Oh, you all got lucky. It's Haltet. The Warden is going to cast Guiding Bolt at 6th level at Haltet.
Oh my god.
He didn't want to fight you. That definitely hits. That's a +7. And that was close, actually. It was a 7 + 7. And Hatet's AC is only 13.
Oh man.
So that was almost a miss. But that's 46 plus, I believe, 5d6. So 96 in total.
Mm.
2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 14, 19, 21. 24 points of damage to Hatet. And Hatet is glowing. And do anything else? No, probably not. Soldiers, to my banner! And he will step forward just there.
What type of weapon is he holding?
Warhammer.
Okay.
The art is different, but I know. The hunter. So many characters. Hunter's gonna pull out a longbow. And we'll fire at Atlas. Why not? Up close and personal. Only 14 to hit.
Yep, that misses.
Okay.
Even when your AC isn't high, you still never get hit. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, the AC is
It's
fairly
for
high.
Barbarian.
It's high for Barbarian, for sure. I've noticed.
I'm just talking about the transition from campaign to campaign. He still doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true.
Roll 20. Why do you have to curse me this way? So they are going to Sacred Flame. Yeah, Sacred Flame Atlas. Dex save, please.
Oh, for me?
Yes.
And am I able to see him doing this?
Yeah, you are.
Oh,
That is a failure. So you get Sacred Flamed. And so they are is 2d8. They are 6th level. Whew. 13 points of radiant damage. As they call upon holy fire on top of you. And then for their main spell, they are going to cast Spirit Weapon. Just let me... Okay, so it's going to make an attack roll against Atlas again. That one's going to hit. For sure. That is a 22.
Yep.
That is going to be 6 points of radiant damage as the hammer hits ya. Priest will move up towards their ally. Brings it to the end of the initiative, nearing it. Asanath.
Yeah, this is an interesting battle. You know, they're all bunched up very nicely.
they are.
Yeah, they are.
I can cast a bonus action spell and then channel divinity. It's fine. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use a 2nd level spell slot to cast spiritual weapon.
What type of weapon?
Goodness. So many choices. I don't know. I didn't think about this before I did it.
You're listing
It's never
examples of
occurred
what
to
I've
me.
had as spiritual weapons.
Um, sure.
Asif
I'll take
had
suggestions.
a big squid that slapped. Thera
Great.
had a flower that like shot out spore pollen stuff.
I
I had a
personalize.
cleric, like a grave cleric, who had like a big skeletal hand come out of the ground.
I will personalize this later. For now, we'll just say a mace.
Where are you sending it?
I'm gonna send it in front of the knight, or not in front of the knight. I'll probably put it like one
Inside?
down.
Oh, there we go.
Well, I can only send it 60 feet, so.
Yeah.
But it makes an attack on
Yeah.
when
on
I
task.
put it down.
Make an attack roll.
Oh. Melee spell attack. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's my spell attack bonus?
Should be
6.
wisdom plus proficiency.
Yeah.
12. I don't think that
12?
hits.
Yeah, 12 does not hit.
That's fine. I don't think this is going to affect anyone, but I need all of these guys in this 15 by 15 foot area to make a wisdom saving throw as I channel my prophecy of doom.
Okay.
I just start muttering shit nobody understands. Maybe.
You said wisdom?
Yep. It's not
18
great, but
From the hunter. No, hold up. I'm just gonna put that for the priest. Yeah, the priest. I was looking at the priest's stats. Hunter is a 9.
Oh, got one.
Warden. I thought it. Yeah, I thought the. I was reading something else. And the warden is a 20.
so just the hunter is infected,
Mm-hmm.
but better than nothing.
What's the temporary effect?
I have to roll a d8.
I love randomness.
Yes. 4. The creature is distracted by visions and voices and has disadvantage on attack rolls and wisdom perception ability checks.
Nice.
I infect his mind.
You do. End of your go?
Yeah.
Sweet. The one, the only, Hotet goes and dashes as fast and as forward as possible. And then Colte will let me see. Just have to search up another spell, as I'm one to do. It's probably they might be good at this. Or might be able to save from it. But he knows their wisdom. Just see what I can do. Here, get here. Could. It is a spell slot to use. Hmm. He's not going to get too close. He doesn't trust it. He's only going to run up to Egil. He's going to try it. The knight's probably the best option. He's going to cast Phantasmal Killer. So it's a wisdom saving throw for the knight.
Wait, Phantasmal Killer?
Yes. It's fourth
Is that
level.
a normal spell?
Yeah, it's a fourth level illusion spell.
I thought it was Phantasmal Force.
That's another spell. Those are two different
Okay.
spells. Yeah,
Okay.
Phantasmal Killer, you tap into the deepest nightmares of a creature you can see within range and create an illusionary manifestation of those feels, visible only to that creature.
Ah,
Wisdom save.
Yeah.
Target becomes frightened at the end of the target's turns before the spell ends. Target must save, wisdom save, or take 40-10. So, it's not the best, but
It's something.
it's something. The knight might not be good at this. We'll see. The knight is not good at this. That's a 2 to a 4. So the knight is suddenly frightened. So, you watch as the knight suddenly in their home just begins like screaming in terror, and they look very, very worried. And only you can hear this, Egil. Colte whispers, "You get them, Atlas Blackwall." It's Atlas's turn.
Ooh.
Says the full name and everything.
Yeah, I guess Atlas was cocky side a little bit, but we'll just target the knight
Yeah.
and try and stab him.
You did not hear him say that. Only Gil heard
Okay.
Colte saying that, just so you know.
And I will rage first, then attack.
Okay. Seventeen hits. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're a zealot. I forgot about that. I was like, where did
Yep.
I was like, where does necrotic
Yeah,
come from?
14.
Yeah, I guess I'll just describe it. Yeah, my attacks will be. Guess my spear will be wrapped in like necrotic energy while I'm attacking.
Yeah. That necrotic energy does hurt the knight. They're they're taking some damage. I don't think they're bloodied yet, but you can see that there is some damage on them. I just realized it still was effective. The knight technically had advantage, but yeah, it still worked. Just so you know. Egil, it's your turn.
Tis it is. Tis it is. How does the jar of cold poison it lasts for a minute if I use a bonus action to coat a weapon with it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then I don't want to use it on my darts then, because that's going to be a one-time thing. Okay. Well, first thing first, I have to stand up. 'Cause I'm prone. That brings me to 20. And I will step out. So that's fast. I can get to here. All right, who could get to me from there? All of them can. Okay. I will. That's 5, 10, 15. And I'll. How many darts do I have left? I started with 9, so now that's 7. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna attack twice on the hunter again with 2 more darts.
Okay.
Yeah, that should be public disadvantage. 12 misses probably.
Yeah, 12 does miss.
17.
17 for the regular knight does hit.
All
Well, the
right.
hunter, I mean.
7 points of piercing damage.
Piercing damage. Okay. You're starting to take a
Going
little
along
bit more
pretty good.
damage.
Yeah. Just want to check on the distance from everything. So he's 30. And I will get behind this pew. I'm not going to go prone, but I'll kind of kneel just so I can get some cover.
Okay.
It-
Now you will have, I would say with your height, I'd give you half cover.
Oh,
Three-fourths, or
so
maybe
that's a-
three-fourths cover. Actually,
what's that? +5?
I believe
plus-
so.
4? Yeah, +5. Okay.
I think half cover is +2.
Half covers +2. Yeah, so 3/4 +5. All right.
Yep.
Gotcha.
That's the end of your Gil.
Yeah.
Go to Bonnie.
Ooh, nice.
I believe it's this size, right? So you can probably get the 3 of them.
Is it 20 foot? Yeah, it's a 20-foot cube. Yeah, so yeah, it's that size.
Yeah. Probably be from corner. Yeah. Perfect. Relatively. Yeah. So they have to make. Let's see. Dex saves. Let me start with the hunter first. 11 for the hunter. Priest is nat 20. Warden 8. So priest saves. The other 2 do not.
So advantage on warden and hunter.
Mm-hmm. You hear the captain, the warden, say to his comrades, "Fear not, brothers. I will cure us of this plague." Anything else? On which one?
Knight.
On the knight, 16 just hits.
Ace.
Is their AC. Okay. Clay takes cover. Nice. With that, we go to Ripley.
Yeah, question. Is it
Mhm.
difficult terrain to get over these pews?
It is.
Okay. That sucks, because I also forgot that my speed is lower.
Mm-hmm.
Because I broke my foot.
I'm
So-
broke. He did my
So that's
foot.
10.
I measured this out earlier and then forgot it all. So 15, 20, 25, and get to there, I think.
What's your yeah? Well, yeah.
No,
think
because
so.
I don't have my full movement speed, so I can get like standing on this pew,
Pretty
kinda.
much, yeah.
Which is good enough. Yeah, I'd love to be within 30 feet of that priest, but oh well. Not fortunate. I am going to cast Hex on. Ooh. Sorry, I was away for a second. What do the little sleepyheads mean?
You get
They
advantage.
have advantage on attacks against them.
Okay,
Very
great.
fired.
Then
Yeah.
I will Hex this one here.
Which one?
I think she said the warden.
The
Warden?
warden.
Okay. You hex them?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Hex. And then Eldritch Blast.
Blast. I'll do this death symbol for that. 19 will hit.
Amazing. Okay. That's best damage. 11 total.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give disadvantage on strength checks.
Okay.
What the heck?
Strength checks. Understood. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. The knight is going to go. They are going to swing their longsword at Atlas, which that's 11 to hit. Okay. Come on, bro. There we go. 19.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. You are marked. When the Inquisitor Knight hits a creature with a melee weapon attack, the Knight marks that creature. At the end of the Knight's next turn. So, as you are marked, you're going to take 3 plus 3 slashing. So 6 slashing damage. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah. Okay. And then oh, yeah. Additional 2 points of piercing damage, and while you are within the knight's reach, you have disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than the knight. So that is that turn. The warden will take the warhammer, slam it against their shield, raise it up in the air, and you see this beautiful golden light spill out as he says, "May the grace of Lathander rain upon your shields." As he casts Mass Cure Wounds.
Fuck, I can't get it.
So,
Out of
6
range.
creatures in a 30-foot
Yeah,
radius
it's only-
sphere.
30.
So that is
But I really
all
want-
of them.
Be closer.
14 plus 6, 20 plus spell ability mod, 24 healing. He was not damaged. He was greatly damaged. Plus 24. Okay. You see
Ooh,
that?
Actually, does this guy regain hit points?
Yes.
Okay, so I can do it because it just says the creature that regains it has to be within 30 feet, not the person who cast the spell. Oh, Discord?
All right, that ain't just me. I thought it was just me.
Nope. Here, I'll try to clear up some bandwidth for Discord. Sorry
Okay.
about
Yeah, so the person here. Actually, which one of these two looks more injured?
that. This one was the most injured and fully healed.
Okay. So,
But
gosh, which one do I want to do?
well, technically he was the most injured because he's still injured after taking that full
I'm
healing.
gonna. It doesn't really matter. So this one, they'll still get the full hit points. I'm just gonna regain a spell slot
Okay.
temporarily.
Yeah, you steal some health from, from some of this healing, and you feel emboldened by Hadar.
Yeah, so they still get the full amount, but
Yeah, you
I
see the
don't actually
priest
need to
as you
heal
use that
any, so-
ability. The priest will look at you. Heretic!
I flip him off.
I will burn you for your transgressions.
God, I wish it would work.
And the warden will step full up towards Hotet. That's his go. The knight will step forward, flank Hotet. He's going to attack. Pulling out their spear.
Wait. Hey, Lord, did you say that the hunter got the full amount? I thought they only got half of
That's
the
if
healing.
I take half of it.
Yeah.
So I can choose between 3 options. I
Uh,
can take half the heals, or I can teleport, or I can get a spell slot
Oh,
back.
I see it.
And
I
since
see
I'm
it.
at full hit points and out of spell slots,
Yeah,
I
take
went
the
with that
got you.
spell.
little,
Take the
that
spell
little
slot.
temp
Okay,
spell.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just reading it. I got you.
Yeah.
8 plus
I'm glad I reread it, because
18 hits Hotet. Second attack. That is a 20 to hit Hotet. Hunter's Mark added. Whew. Oh, I'm using the wrong die. That would be smart of me not to do. Five piercing, and then there's 1 psychic, and Hotet cannot concentrate on spells. So 9 points of damage in total for that first attack. Hotet. Then second attack, same thing. Whew. 11, 13, 16 points of damage to Hotet. That brings it to the end of the Inquisitor's turn. They turn towards. They turn towards you, Ripley. After that, and it seems like they're going to try and make a break from Hotet to you. As the priest gets their turn, they already have Spielter weapon up. They're going to. It's a lot of. Oh, Hotet was. I'm gonna roll one more time. I did not get a nat 20. Okay. Just trying to see. He was guided. That priest. Okay. Trying to see. He casts silence. Probably right. Yeah, probably right there.
That
Um,
fucker.
yeah, he just silences the area around Ripley and Colte, and just shakes his head towards both of you. Let our lord do the talking. The Warhammer is going to come up behind Atlas and attack him. It's probably not going to hit. That is a 13.
Nope.
Okay. Brings it to Asanath.
Yeah. I have so many good options. Well, I guess I'll just use my bonus action first for my spiritual weapon to attack this knight guy.
Okay. Might as well.
Yeah. It's a 15.
15 against the knight does not hit.
Didn't think so. Holy shit. Alright.
We'll get to the end of this initiative round, and then I'm going to end the session. By the way.
Oh man. This motherfucker has 6 level spells.
He hasn't used another one. He has used a 5th level, though.
I know, I'm just saying.
Okay.
It is a 7v4, so.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's okay. It hasn't gotten bad yet.
I've got plans.
Tell me your plans.
No.
For now,
Why would I do that?
I'm
Because I'm one of the haters.
going.
I'm one of the haters.
For now, I'm just gonna cast Healing Word on Atlas
Okay.
at first level. 8.
I don't think you can. Doesn't it take a bonus action to use your spiritual weapon?
Oh
It
right,
does,
shit.
Actually, yeah.
I forgot. Never mind. Scratch that Healing Word.
Okay.
I take my spell slot back. What do I do instead? Fuck it. I spent my spell slot. I'm gonna Guiding Bolt the Knight
Nice.
Fuck it.
at first level. 20.
Nice. Nice.
20 will hit. Oh. Did he hit Atlas, by the way?
Ooh.
The knight.
Yeah. And he marked him.
Okay. I forgot he was frightened. Don't know how.
Radiant
I know how.
damage.
Fucking stupid. 10 radiant damage. Okay.
And I'm gonna need him to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Awesome. That is 16.
It beats it.
Okay. Also has to make a wisdom save, technically for the phantasmal killer that was on him. Which he failed. So he does take the 40-10. So
Nice.
7,
Explode his brain.
7 plus 8 is 15. Plus 10 is 25. With that, I will say, from your guiding bolt, now that he is glowing, he is blooded. He's looking a little rough at this point. Is that the end of your go?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh! No, wait. Okay. So one other thing to note that I almost forgot about. He did technically take this damage, but he does not have that ability on him anymore. As one of the features of the Warden, if the Inquisitor Warden casts a spell that causes creatures to regain hit points, the Warden can also end the effects of one spell affecting one creature that regained hit points. And he would have chosen to end that effect on that spell. So, that is something that also just happened.
Is
So,
this the warden, the red one?
yes, that is the warden. He's the big one.
That's who I've got hex on.
Yes. Yeah, which it's a 5th level spell, and it would be that's the spell level needed to end a 4th level spell on him. So that's that. Now it is Hotet. Just gets to attack twice. He turns around to the little grunt. That is very cocked. That is a 3. So that misses. That's gonna miss. It's a 6 plus 7, which is only 13. Yeah, Hotet is just in danger. Put this to the back. No. Dang. I like how my own plan messed me up. Like, my own silence spell fucked up my plan for my other DM character. I'm like, damn, how could he do this to me?
How could he do this to me? Whoever that guy is.
Wind. Cast Phantasmal Killer again. Do I want to? That's the question. He's damaged. He's not damaged. He's not damaged. Sorry, I'm just going through every spell that the this Downcast has. Sorry, not Downcast. Disembodied. They both start with D. We're talking about too many
What
Downcasters.
spells this depressed person has? That's Ripley.
Ripley is depressed, isn't they?
So true.
You know what? Fuck it. Magic Missile at 4th level.
Nice.
Classic.
You know, it's like a.
And they're
it's a
all
family
going
record.
against the Knight, because the Knight's the most... one against the Priest, just to try and knock him out of concentration.
Fuck him up. Fuck him up. Fuck him up.
How many dice is that? So it's 3d4, and then extra
Starting
d4.
out.
So it's
So 6.
64, yep. So 5d4 against the 1 Knight. So let's go
5d4 plus 5 and 1d4 plus 1.
3, 6, 9, 11, 13. 13 plus 5 is 18.
Damn.
And then 2 points to the priest.
Does he break concentration?
We will see. DC 10. Does not break concentration. Good try. I said 18, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that leaves the knight looking battered. They are getting pretty wounded out there, which brings it back to the top of the initiative, which brings it to the end of the session tonight. As it is past 11, it is a little late.
Indeed,
We'll
it
pick up
is.
the rest of this fight and the rest of the murder of these paladins next time.
Oh, it's an extermination.
It is.
Yeah, pretty
They
much.
deserve it.
He did not want to fight you. So it's
No.
really,
Feeling was
did
not
it really
mutual.
deserve it?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, they suck.
It was going to happen eventually. We could have did it now. We could have did it later.
Did you see the
Nonetheless.
people that he hired?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
He influenced them.
He influenced them. Filled their heads with the
The
grandeur.
forward
Yeah.
mirrored spear battalion. They did nothing wrong.
They're corrupt, evangelical bastards.
To be fair, we don't actually have any evidence of any of that yet, though.
Do you have something against evangelicals? Is that what I'm
We
hearing?
know that
No,
they're fascists.
Like
though.
myself.
We do know they're fascists.
We do know
And
they're
that's
fascists.
bad.
Yes, they are fascists.
But like no, this is one time where we are definitely doing something evil because
No,
don't get me
yeah.
wrong. We know that the organization overall isn't the best, but we do not know anything about these people that we're killing in particular.
Yeah, they might be fine, but I don't care.
Oh yeah, we're
And
evil.
one of them was like, "Give me a city to slaughter," and no one said anything about it. So
Yeah, absolutely.
And this guy just tried to shut off my magic.
also, they don't follow my religion, so they deserve to die.
So true,
And look-
Betsy.
And they took my scalpel.
Now
Yeah.
you're friends with Asana?
They're really striking out on every angle. Listen, I'm only friends when we're agreeing on something.
Fair enough.
He said, "Now you're friends."
Ripley's an incredibly selfish person.
Hey, Graham, you didn't know that mutual murder is a great bonding exercise?
I guess
Come
I
on,
didn't.
man.
By the way, what did the priest say when he cast silence?
He just shook his head at you.
I think he should have just shook his head, I think.
Yeah, I think he
Said
just shook his
something
head.
too.
Yeah, I think what was the healing was when he said,
Yeah.
let the rains of Lathander wash upon your shields" or something like that.
That was the warden, but the priest cast
Yeah.
silence and said something. I don't
No,
remember what.
No, I think
after
he just
you
shook his head.
stole the
He was
healing.
like, "Let my lord speak" or whatever.
Oh yeah, he did. say
Oh
that.
yeah. He said, "Let only my lord speak."
Gotcha.
You're in a temple of Lathander too, which is the funny bit. Like this
Yeah,
is straight
well-
up their temple of their god.
And
We're
my
gonna make
deity
it our
is,
temple.
is like the exact opposite of Lathander, so
Not for long.
It's our temple now.
It is
Lathander's
your
about
temple
like
now.
light and healing, and Hadar is about like
The
killing.
dark
and-
hunger.
dark-
Yeah, he is the dark hunger. Did you like how I
I'm gonna
described
paint
your
the
Eldritch
statue of
Blast kill?
Lathander in your blood.
I like the Eldritch Blaze.
Yeah, I like to
Also,
imagine.
this map is gorgeous, by the way. I love like
Thank you.
the lights on the floor and all
Very
the glass.
pretty.
I could tell you the secrets and the ways that I crafted it, but then it would ruin the appeal probably.
I want it to be a mystery.
It was fun. I will say this was a lot of fun, like dealing with like the ornate, like trying to get the light to bounce off of the different objects and like changing the light colors. That was a lot of fun. And then I think the most annoying bit, honestly though, was the pews. I just didn't know what to do with them. I'm like, these are just like complicated.
I
And
mean,
also
but-
the scale was a little wonky for a bit.
Yeah, but
Look
I mean,
pretty standard for church pews, I'd say.
yeah, I mean, that's what pews look
You
like to
pulled it
me.
off.
Yeah, I just didn't know how many to put, and I didn't know how close to the altar I wanted them to be.
Well, I mean, like realistically, this is. If I had to say, if you were worried about that part, the only thing I would say you probably could have got rid of maybe like these two, because sometimes there's like a little space between the altar and
Yeah.
A little more
Yeah,
space.
generally
That's
this
really about it.
first area would also be clear, because whoever's doing a sermon might like walk around this area
Yeah.
and like
Yeah, I tried to
be
give a little bit of
yapping,
space
but
for
like
the yapping, but
this is also a decent amount of
Yeah,
area.
that's the
yeah, it's still
Yeah,
15 feet of area. Like you have to
yeah.
realize that.
The only thing I would have said is like you could have raised up to give the altar a little more platform, like she said, so he can walk around
I couldn't
and have like
find
that
a lot of
elegant.
good like platform like
That's fair.
things to put underneath it. I could have
We're not
probably
going for church realism here.
yeah. Also, I
Yeah.
needed a place to fit that big ass tent. You know,
Facts.
to showcase
Yeah.
that they've been living in here for the past week.
Some pews around. That's all.
Well, I
But
mean, yeah, that's
ultimately,
why
like,
I moved a
no.
couple of them around, just to also like, you know,
This is a well set up church, though, for the most part.
yeah.
It reads as church.
Yeah, really. I look
That's
at it.
that's
and think
all
this is
I
church.
needed to hear. It was a
Yeah.
fun. It was a fun
In my
little
expert
craft.
opinion, it's good.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you didn't try to get them to come out because they would not have.
Oh, I know.
Damn.
Yeah.
Something told me.
Just so you know, they had an arcane eye.
Yeah.
Mm.
They
Fair
only
enough.
used it to spy on their soldiers to see what was going on because they knew something was up, but they didn't want to like change everything because they only saw one person. They didn't think anything too much of it. But when he saw you kill his allies, he's like, "Oh, this is bad."
Yep.
And it's about to
Something's
get worse.
terribly wrong here.
Yeah. I mean, you still did the intended goal of weakening the paladins here.
Yeah.
These inquisitors are.
This is honestly, it's crazy that it took an evil campaign for us to really have a plan that worked.
Yeah, it went well. You
For
almost.
holes,
Our plan
There's a
was
chance-
walk-ins to the front door.
perfect.
If it wasn't for like my realization that the zombies are incredibly loud, then I don't think you would have. I think you would have gotten caught in that first fight. But just because the zombies were what I chose, and I just chose them on a whim. Like I was looking through like, oh, what are good undead that I can use that I have never been able to use before, and these are CR1 undead that are like weak as hell. I'm like, I've never gotten to touch these because you've always been so strong. Since I got this book, I'm like, oh, I'll throw a couple of these guys in there, like in case you have to fight them. They're cool.
Yeah.
But then
Nice
yeah,
zombies.
they were really loud and they helped you disguise yourselves, and I gave everyone disadvantage on perceiving you, which helped when Hotet rolled a nat 1 as well.
Yeah, so definitely got lucky.
Yeah, very, very lucky. But good stuff. Very happy.
Yeah, indeed. This is becoming a very fun campaign. I like this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Evil campaign.
Evil campaign. Woo woo woo.
I still have to get used to your new names. I almost called Atlas Black Belric like 4 times. Also, because I see his last name, I also want to call him Blackwall. Like
Yeah.
that is ancient like
Yeah.
In the
A
ye
lot.
olden days.
yeah,
I
olden
didn't realize that
like
until you said that. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot there was a previous player character named that.
Named Blackwall, yeah.
you're
But-
Blackwell.
But you
It's
came with
fine.
Blackwell, yeah. Atlas
completely different.
Blackwell,
Yes, very, very
completely
different.
Precautionate.
Yeah, you
Just
go
don't
by
start
Atlas.
telling our cleric what spells to prepare.
Ooh.
different.
I'm sorry?
That's what Blackwall used to do with Asif, was tell me what spells to prepare, and then I wouldn't prepare
Oh,
them. on
yeah.
purpose.
Yeah. Good times. Good times.
I mean, it makes sense for.
I very often didn't prepare any healing spells. It's like,
Hey.
figure it out.
Yeah.
I got lightning shit to do.
Absolutely.
And you did lightning ship very well.
Yeah.
And now you do taking healing magic pretty well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm seeing a lot of the.
Ripley is leaps and bounds different than Faradir, so having to adjust to an entirely new set of abilities that are nothing like what I'm used to.
On top of that, a whole new set, a whole new personality to go with
Yeah,
those.
new personality, having 20 less points in strength,
Yeah.
Man, how do you
a
think I
full
feel?
20 less points.
I think I feel having such less HP, man. I went from
It's yeah, it's
200
rough.
something to 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Went
big
from
jump.
27 to 7. He's just a little guy.
I will say, if you would have been targeted by that, 6th level spell, the guiding bolt, Egil would have been done.
Oh, you could have iced me, man.
Yeah,
But he
Absolutely.
didn't.
But like,
Yeah.
you see why I hid now though? I knew something was gonna go
Yep.
wrong. I
Yeah.
knew it.
You hiding was like the best thing for you. Like, it took another person
Ugh.
off the board, and it just led to Hotet being the one that took the brunt of the damage. Hotet kind of meant to be a damage sponge. So
I
Yeah.
love a damage sponge.
yeah,
Will we say meat shields of various flavors?
Yeah, we got new meat shields
A new meat shield.
and all new flavors.
yeah. The flavor of chapped skin,
Oh, chapped skin.
Oh,
is great.
terrible.
chapped skin and callus. Yum.
Oh,
Delicious and nutritious.
Yeah, and there's something underneath too.
Yeah, a juicy middle.
There's something in
yeah,
there.
right.
There's
Get rid of
definitely something.
the tough exterior to get to the juicy, chewy center.
Uh,
Oh man. All right, guys, but I need to go.
Yeah.
I have to get
Um,
up in the morning.
Next session,
Yes.
I need to be reminded that you have the Eldritch effect on the guard, because I forgot. Just so you know, Asanath.
Which
For
one? Which
Asanath.
one is it?
It's
Has he
just the
been
regular
rolling
guard.
the wisdom save for that?
I did not roll a wisdom save after it. And also I forgot to use it. So next time he goes, I
That's
need you to
fair.
help. You need to help remind me, because that's a feature.
Yes.
I saw his little thing, but I didn't realize what it was for a sec.
I also forgot.
It happens.
That's
These are
great.
still new characters, so I just want you to get your
I-
ability to use it.
yes.
It's a cool ability.
I just have such a low spell save DC right now.
What's your spell save DC?
14.
Okay, he would have failed, so he's still under the effect of it. I just need to remember
Nice.
his disadvantage on the attack.
Just haunted by voices and
Yeah.
visions.
Yeah, there's a lot to remember. It's tough, especially when
There is.
I'm running 6 characters at the moment.
Yeah.
Was there anything going on with the knight? Knight have any effect?
The knight had the phantasmal killer effect, but it was negated when the priest healed him, or the warden healed him.
Okay.
Sorry, because the warden healed,
Oh,
and because he used the 5th level spell for mass cure wounds, and that negates the 4th level spell that was on him. So it took it off.
But he has guiding bolt on him now, right?
Should.
Yeah, he should.
Okay, guiding bolt.
Because it's any attack roll gets it, right?
Yeah, any attack roll.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And then Hex is on the captain, and the captain also has another thing on him.
Okay. He
Which
has
is,
fairy fire,
Yeah, he does.
hex, and ward. All right.
And Fairy Fire also
Everything-
on the guard as well, actually, too.
Yeah, I got it all in the chat.
Cool.
All right. So if I'm not mistaken, it was the Eldritch effect number 4 that's on the hunter. Fairy fire is on warden and the hunter. Guiding bolts on the knight, and then hex is on the warden.
So there's a lot to remember, so I wanted to make
Yeah,
sure we
but-
didn't lose anything.
There
Yep.
is.
Well, I have it wrote down. So first time, as soon as we log in, we'll be able to scroll up really quick just to see what's on
Sweet.
everybody.
Thank you all.
Thank
All right,
you.
everybody. Nighty nights.
Good night.
And
Good night.
same time next week.
Same time.